Human trafficking, the modern day slavery. The definition of human trafficking is the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another, typically for the purpose of forced labor or sexual exploitation. This is the modern day slavery because people are taken forcefully or conned into situations that they cannot escape or held hostage, whether it is from fear, poverty, or they're being threatened with someone they love being hurt. The three main points in this speech that I will be covering: who are the victims, who is responsible, and how we can protect ourselves from these horrific actions. Human trafficking is the second largest criminal enterprise in the world, earning exploiters more than $150 billion each year, according to a report released by the International Labor Organization in May 2014. Let us start with who the victims are. The victims, there are anywhere from 600 to 800,000 individuals trafficked in the U.S. every year. The majority are women and children. I could only wonder how many people are being trafficked around the world. This business is only getting bigger because of how much people are getting paid, and when they get caught, the penalty is not as harsh as it should be. Immigrants are exploited and promised a better life when they are smuggled into the U.S., only to find out they have to work for years or sometimes their whole life to pay off the debt that the traffickers say that they owe. Other victims are runaway children, kidnapped children, foster children. They are all forced to work in various jobs like restaurant businesses, agricultural work, construction, nail salons, um, massage parlors, and even worse, prostitution. This business does not care about race, gender, or age. The traffickers will do anything for the money. This includes lies, steal, assault, and even murder to make sure that the victims are scared and they will not leave, or not even try. Who is responsible for these evil acts? They are called traffickers or exploiters. Traffickers range from small-time solo operators to highly sophisticated criminal organizations that operate internationally. Exploiters choose to trade in humans because they are low startup cost, minimal risk, high profits, and large demand. For organized crime groups, human beings have one added advantage over drugs: they can be sold repeatedly. The exploiters of human trafficking include a wide range of criminals and criminal enterprises that are organize and implement and profit from trafficking human beings. Cartels are one organization that plays a huge part in the human trafficking business. The criminal organizations are broken down into three main parts. They consist of the recruitment, or the ones that do the abducting, people that transfer the victims to the point of exploitation, and the people that oversee all exploitation. What can we do to protect ourselves from becoming a victim of these horrific crimes? Ways to protect yourself. There are plenty of things that we can do to protect ourselves, self, and other people that might become victims of human trafficking. I would say one of the most important things is to always be aware of your surroundings. A lot of people these days always walking around are always walking around on their phones, not paying attention, or on other distracting devices, you know, and not paying attention to if somebody's following them. Always trust your instincts. If something does not feel right, it probably isn't. If you exercise or go for walks after dinner, like my wife makes me, then avoid walking alone. Do not trust people so easily. Traffickers will set traps using women and children to lure you out of your car so they could take advantage. For those that love their social media, be careful what you post and who you add as friends. You should turn off your location in your settings and make your posts only visible to your family and friends. If you can track your phone, you should always have at least 2 or 3 family members tracking your phone at all times. Always meet strangers in public places. You must be ready for anything at any time and do not freeze under pressure. This could be the difference between life and death. You should arm yourself with a self-defense weapon. I personally carry a 40 cal everywhere I go. And if you do not like guns, maybe you could get some pepper spray and put it on your keychain, or maybe even a taser. Anything will help get the traffickers off you or slow them down, so that way you could get help or get away. If any of this ever happens, always yell and resist as much as you can. Never give up fighting. Only you can make a difference of not becoming another number in the human trafficking criminal enterprise. So in conclusion, there you have it. I just gave you plenty of information on the international billion-dollar business of the human trafficking. You probably have not heard about it because the news does not cover it. I just wanted to inform you and maybe save a life and bring awareness to my fellow classmates. Remember, if you hear something out of the ordinary, probably just want to inform you. Remember, if you hear something out of the norm, then report it immediately. Help the victims of this world speak up. The National Human Trafficking Hotline will help bring the criminals to justice and save the innocent victims of this horrific business. Thank you.